Welcome to Empower. This is a program that focuses on people and workplace. I'm glad that you're together with us today, and I thank God that He's taken care of you the last 1 week when we were here together. My name is Beatrice Chuchu. In this program, we focus on people and in the marketplace where God has placed them, be it formal or informal. And our work here is to empower, to inspire, and even to connect with you as we become those people that God desired us to be. And last week we started a program and we were looking at integrity at workplace, and that is where we are going to continue today. I'm still having the guest we had last week with us, now to invite her to greet us today. Welcome.
Hi viewers, my name is Irene. Thank you for having me on the show again, Beatrice.
Welcome, Irene. Maybe for the sake of that person who didn't watch you last week, maybe you can tell us what you do.
Okay, I'm a HR professional, and I'm glad to be here.
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Last week we started on integrity, and our focus last week was mainly on the employee. And today we want to look at the manager, the team leader, or that person who has been entrusted with his employees, and integrity, because we want to see it's not just one way. It's not that because I'm an employee, I have to be a person of integrity, but as a leader, I also need to be a person of integrity. And I remember some time back when I worked somewhere as a HR manager, and one of the director, the Africa director, could always say that a leader need to be above reproach. And he used to speak about that quite often when he's dealing with managers or team leaders, that you should always endeavor to be people who are above reproach, that you cannot be pointed at this one and that one. And when I think about integrity, I also think that a leader should have unquestionable integrity. What do you think, Irene, as we start from there?
Yeah, a leader should have unquestionable integrity.
Yes.
A leader should always model integrity in all aspects. Yeah, that is why you are placed above the rest.
Yes.
That's why you are picked to be a leader in charge of the rest. So modeling integrity means talking, you are walking your talk. You don't just talk and do the opposite things.
Yes.
Yeah, and as we said in the last program, that integrity is demonstrable.
Yes.
People should not be able to look at you and have a question mark over your integrity, over your values and principles.
And more so being a leader. And that is quite interesting. You say it should be, you as a leader, you've been entrusted to lead other teams, to lead maybe some performance or something like that. And being a model is key. So maybe we can look at it and start from seeing how can I demonstrate, other than being a model, how do I lead the team, or how do I show I'm a person of integrity as I lead teams, other than being a model?
Okay. We already said that integrity means being firm and honest in your principles and your values. That means that you can you are not supposed to compromise at all. Then that means you should be able to say no where no is deserved and agree to what is also agreeable, what is right. So in a team, I'm imagining as a team leader, you should be able to stand your ground and say, no, we are not going this direction, or yes, we are going to this direction. There are actually people who have a problem saying no, because they fear being victimized. They fear the outcome of their no. But as a leader and a person of integrity, no matter the consequences, you should be able to say no to team members on something that is not right. Yes.
And that is key, because most of the times as leaders, you are tasked to make decisions, and more so when it comes to performance. When you're giving people feedback, you need to be honest. When someone is requesting for something that they don't deserve at the moment, you can say no. Or someone is looking for a shortcut, and you know very well, this one, we go this direction, it's not leading us the correct direction. If you're a person of integrity, you should just compromise and say, it's okay, let's try that. But you should be able to say, this one, it's not right. We are going to follow this. So maybe sometimes you're not even able to provide something that is required. And a person of integrity should be able to say it's not possible now.
Yes, it's not possible now.
Yes.
Yeah. Another way as a leader where you can show integrity or demonstrate integrity is when you honor to your commitments. It's very unfortunate as a leader when you cannot honor to any commitment that you put across. So people cannot be able to even trust you because you say this, you do not deliver. You say like this, you do not even deliver. You should be able to honor to a commitment. Timelines, deadlines, you should be able to follow them through and ensure that they are done. That way you'll earn the respect of your team members. And that in itself is a trait of a person who is integrity.
Wow. And I get, when you're speaking that, I think of a leader when it comes to what they say and they don't do. And because you want to honor the commitment, then please be there if you're supposed to be. If you're supposed to give me feedback regarding a certain report so that we meet a deadline, please don't make my process not work. Because you don't honor your commitments.
And by the way, that brings us to one more way in which a leader can demonstrate integrity is that do not overpromise and underdeliver. That is a vice, by the way. It's a vice that portrays you as a person who doesn't have a stand, and that can cause your team members to disrespect you, especially for the fact that you're now a team lead. And by the way, as a leader, you should also be modeling the same character of people being able to only promise what they can deliver. And should they run out of time or be incapable of delivering what they promised, then before the due date, they should be able to communicate and say, and give again genuine reasons why they were not able to do 1, 2, 3. That way you'll uphold your integrity as a leader.
Still on that commitment, honoring commitment. Sometimes we are fond of giving promises, as you say, and even organizational, leave alone even the manager, direct manager. And maybe someone comes in, and I'm looking at an employee who comes in, and maybe we give so many promises, or we say there are mistakes we make, for example, let's say from HR ourselves, and maybe when it comes to negotiation, and someone says, okay, I wanted this amount, and you're like, okay, you join us, after 3 months or after 6 months probation, we are going to give you to increase. And you know very, very well, this is not the way it is within the organization. It's not possible. For me, I look at those commitments, you shouldn't have said it in the first place, so that you can prove to be a person of integrity.
And that shows a person or a team lead who is not even conversant with the company policies, because that shouldn't even arise. If you want to attract the right candidate for a position, you should be able as an organization to afford that person. And in the event you're not able to afford that person, communicate openly the truth, so that the person can decide on joining you or not joining you. And in any case, this is what I say, just in the event that it's an amendment to a policy or the way you do your things around recruitment, that you promise that after probation you will do something, it's good to note it down. Let it be part of the contractual obligation, so that after the probational period, whichever period it is, if it's 3 months or 6 months, just bring it up by honoring what you committed, without really having back and forth. And again, I also tell employees, people looking for a job, do not agree to verbal communications on serious matters around pay. So that you do not get yourself also into trouble of trying to understand, okay, what did I get myself into?
So it's when it comes to these commitments as an employer or a person involved in bringing in people or making some decisions regarding people, it is good to be straightforward. Don't try to speak things just to make things look good. Yet you know very well, because what you know very well it won't be. So for us who are promised, we'll take you as a person of no integrity, and we doubt it.
Then you fail, because we said honesty. Honesty is actually it demonstrates that you have integrity. So if I'm honest, then I have to give you honest feedback. I must be able, if I stand truthful, then I must be able to confidently tell you, Beatrice, you want this amount of money as you come in, but it's not available. Yeah, this is our budget, and this is what we stick to. So as a leader leading the recruitment team, you should be confident in your skin to say, no, this is not our budget, and to openly say our budget is 20K less than what you want, without feeling fearful, because in either way, you'll always find a candidate that suits your budget.
You're right. And I think that is key, and I think we just need to be straightforward, and we bring things as they are, so that because that is what integrity calls for. And when it comes again, when you're engaging employees and in matters of integrity, I remember last time we talked about people, for example, coming to work on time, and this brings to mind being a team leader. What we mentioned about modeling, you need to lead in front, to lead by example. For example, if it comes to timekeeping, which we say the moment I don't keep time and use the employer's time wrongly, then I'm not a person of integrity, because I'm stealing from the employer. It should also be the same to me.
Yeah, that's true.
As a team leader. So that again, I have that confidence to tell someone, you know what, I don't like you late coming.
And time is just one of the resources that a team leader is entrusted to with. Okay, so that means that even your authority as a team leader, you must use it with integrity. You're supposed to make people feel comfortable around you. You must be able to support people in your role and be authoritative within your role without necessarily misusing your power or your authority. Another way in which a team lead can demonstrate integrity is by being reliable as a leader. We've seen situations, departments that are looking orphaned. Why? Because even their team leaders don't know who is their head of department. So they do not even know who is supervising them. So being reliable, being present, being accountable for your team is actually a way in which team leaders or leaders or managers can demonstrate integrity.
And why do you think sometimes some managers don't really own up, and sometimes they feel like it's true, they have a team and they're very happy to be team leaders, but they're not present. They can be relied on. Even a lot of frustrations occurs within the team. Why do you think this happens?
I think it's because they lack the moral ethics to understand that they are now a team lead and that's part of their role. In other scenarios, it could be because they do not have a clear guideline of what is expected of them. You get, and we want to believe that even those team leaders report to somebody else. Maybe there was no communication. And that is why we are saying at the center of all these things, communication is key, open communication.
So as a team leader, you need also to embrace that open communication. To your team. For example, maybe a simple example of maybe you're supposed to have a meeting with your team and it's agreed upon, and then you don't make it. You lack the courtesy to say, I'm late, or I'll not make it today because of I have another meeting, because the meetings keep coming up and maybe you're not able to come. It is quite, as a person of integrity, then there is need to be able to communicate, as we say. We are going to continue from there because we need to take a short break. This is interesting. I believe that you're learning with us, and we are looking forward to become people of integrity in wherever we are, even in the family. We'll be right back after a short break. Please don't go far.